Okay, let's start this deep dive. We're looking at a collection of materials centered on this forgotten town, Grafton.
And right away, the feeling you get is just heavy. It's a place soaked in grief.
Yeah, and our way in is through the narrator. He's going back to see his dying Uncle Ray, a quiet man, a woodworker.
And they're living in the shared, heavy silence. But that personal grief, it's about to be overshadowed by something much, much bigger.
The land itself.
The land itself, specifically Hollow Lake.
This isn't just a lake. It's something else.
It's a geological impossibility, a massive body of water that every 7 years just vanishes.
Utterly.
Yeah.
Completely gone for exactly 4 days.
And what it leaves behind isn't just mud. It's described as a pale, fractured ground, like a wound.
A fresh wound on the earth.
Man.
And the strangest part, the townspeople, they just call it the hollowing. They treat it like
weather.
just weather, like it's a seasonal storm.
And that denial, that's what's so fascinating. The town is normalizing the impossible, just like the narrator's trying to normalize the impending death of his uncle.
So Ray has seen this happen 5 times before.
5 times. But he knows this one, the 6th, is different. Maybe because his time is running out.
And he takes the narrator with him. Before dawn on the day.
You can just feel the ritual in it, the slow red sunrise. Something is about to change forever.
When they get to the ridge, the word used is shock. The lake isn't just gone. It's been scoured clean.
This wasn't a natural event, it was an action. And this time...
This time it left something behind.
Exactly. Before, it was just the fractured earth. Now, dead center of that basin, there's a structure.
A structure that makes no sense. It's a perfectly circular cut into the ground, a stone spiral staircase going down into absolute blackness.
And Ray, the veteran of this whole thing, he just grips the wheel of his truck and says it.
It's never left anything behind before.
And that's the trigger. That's when everything breaks open. Because Ray knows. He knows what this is for.
He seems distant on the ride home. And by that night,
He's gone.
his truck is missing. All that's left is a note, a really rushed, sparse note.
Don't follow unless it calls you.
Unless it calls you. Chilling. That and a heavy, cracked leather journal.
In this journal, this is what takes it from a strange local story to something else entirely.
It's filled with decades of notes. Measurements, lists of names, people who went missing during other Hallowings.
And one word, scrawled over and over again, underlined.
Wrath for.
So the narrator, he has to figure out what this word means. It's his only clue.
The trail leads him to the local bait shop, to an old man named Lester.
The town's keeper of memories, whether he wants to be or not, and Lester knows the word.
He says it's old, older than English.
And the translation, I mean, that's what reframes everything.
It means a wound that doesn't bleed.
Or, even more evocatively, a scab.
So the lake, it's not a lake, it's a seal, a temporary patch over something awful that cyclically reopens.
And Lester points him to the next piece of the puzzle, the church basement.
He hints that some people came back from the hollowing. Wrong.
And down there, in these old, brittle ledgers, he finds it. Lists of residents from previous cycles.
With these clinical, terrifying notes next to their names.
Rejected, sent away.
And the worst one, uninvited.
It's not random. It's a selection process. The town isn't just a victim of this thing. They are, on some level, participants.
And then he finds the photograph.
Yeah, the photograph it's the final piece of that puzzle. Townsfolk holding hands, looking away from the lake.
Their backs are to the camera. They're deliberately not looking. And in the background.
You can just make it out. The spiral entrance. And a single, sickly-looking figure walking towards it.
And seeing that, that's what pulls him back. The guilt, the grief over Ray.
Yeah.
He has to go back to the lake bed.
When he gets there, the atmosphere has changed. It feels flatter. The spiral looks less ancient and more like the earth just opened up without permission.
Like it wasn't supposed to be there.
He picks up a stone and drops it into the darkness.
And it never lands. There's no sound, nothing.
The steps are seamless, cold stone, no tool marks, but they're worn down, like from centuries of people walking in one direction. It's a one-way trip, a procession, and that's when he meets her.
Grace.
She's just standing there, boots, a red scarf. She's not a local.
But she was drawn there by a dream.
The same dream, a dried-out lake, a spiral, and someone she used to know calling her name.
And she's the one who gives it a name. She says the land is calling in the dead.
What debt? The debt of pain, of living.
Before he can even process that, she just turns and walks calmly into the darkness.
And he's left there debating, run or follow his uncle.
The fact that someone else is there, that it's real, It makes the decision for him.
Right. He tells himself he'll just go in a little way, just to see.
The moment he steps onto the stairs, the air changes.
It gets cold, thick, and the sound just dies.
He calls out her name, but his voice doesn't echo. It just stops, as if the darkness absorbs it.
And then he sees the walls. They're not just rock.
No, they're carved with human shapes.
But they're not praying. They're folded,
Wow.
twisted into impossible positions. It looks less like worship and more like they're being forcibly reshaped into it.
It's a horrifying thought
Yeah.
that the worship itself is the torture.
He reaches the first flat landing, and in the middle, there's a monolith.
The stone isn't carved, though. It's stained.
Hundreds of handprints pressed into the rock itself. Some are ancient fossils, some look fresh.
And he feels something, a flicker of recognition in the stone.
Ray's touch and graces. He realizes he's an intruder, a tourist in this awful sacred place.
He turns to go back, and she's there, on the stairs above him, just watching.
And she asks him this riddle, this awful simple question.
Did it show you yours yet? Then you're not done.
It's a test. The place is actively probing him, looking for something inside him.
So he keeps going down. The stone itself starts to hum. Gravity feels wrong.
The architecture shifts, and Grace, she starts murmuring. She reveals the whole secret.
It's not pain they want.
It's the shape pain leaves behind.
They can't open what's sealed. They can wait for the cracks.
That's it. That's the key. The entity isn't feeding on suffering. It's looking for the fractures in a person's soul, the deep, defining wounds.
The path opens into a final, vast chamber. Below, there are dozens of pale, folded shapes, gently shifting.
The successful ones. The ones who made the trade.
And at the far end, the altar.
It's not stone. It's like a pulsing muscle, a living thing waiting.
Grace walks towards it. No fear at all. She just whispers.
I'm ready.
And then it happens. It's not violent. The script calls it a beautiful horror.
Her skin just pulls back like paper. Her clothes melt away. She unwinds into this translucent, smiling husk.
She gives him the answer as it happens.
Relief. Salvation. The size of your pain.
It's an exchange. Total peace for your total wound. But then, nothing.
The altar stills. The narrator is untouched.
He wasn't chosen. He was uninvited.
Grace's smile turns to absolute horror. She starts to dissolve, and her last words are a warning.
You weren't marked. Get out. Only those chosen are safe.
The entity realizes its mistake. A drop of water hits the stone, then a rush.
The lake is refilling. The staircase itself comes alive, twisting, trying to inhale him.
And it attacks his mind. The walls bulge with false memories, trying to create a wound, a crack, deep enough to qualify him.
It shows him Ray drowning, a bitter divorce, absolute rejection.
But it fails. It's searching for a profound, soul-deep fracture, like Ray's or Grace's, and all it can find in him are minor discomforts and mild embarrassment.
He isn't broken enough.
And just as the walls are about to crush him, he appears.
Right.
Pale, translucent. He's part of the structure now, the anchor. He's sacrificing what's left of his soul to hold it all together for a few seconds.
He shatters the false memories and the staircase stills. His farewell is just heartbreaking.
You're not meant for this, he says, and that's not a punishment.
It means he's too whole. His lack of pain is his protection.
Ray pushes him upward, and he scrambles, the water roaring right behind him. He breaks the surface in the cold, dark lake just as the spiral vanishes beneath him.
He collapses on the shore, watching the lake settle, looking calm and normal and indifferent.
But there's one last piece of evidence. Ray's old army jacket left on the bank.
And inside, a photo. On the back, in Ray's handwriting.
You weren't broken so live.
He stays in Grafton just long enough to handle things. The town goes back to its silence.
But he has to know. He finds Lester one last time.
He asks him, have you ever known someone who came back right?
And Lester's answer confirms everything. Only once, he says. Didn't say much, but he never tried to go back.
The Wrathware only opens for the broken. It offers them a terrible kind of salvation. And the narrator's survival was based purely on the fact that he was, essentially, not in enough pain to be of interest.
Which leaves us with a final, pretty unsettling thought for you to consider. The land, it seems, remembers who we are. It calls in the dead of our deepest wounds. So if you find yourself untouched by that kind of profound, defining pain, does that mean you're safe? Or does it just mean you're uninvited to the only peace that's on offer? What does it truly mean to be unbroken?